The idea of transporting something aerially rather than along the ground is a fairly old one. When I actually discovered the Wuppertal Schwebebahn that had been built in Wuppertal beginning in 1897, I began to realize that actually this was a way forward that would allow cities to exploit the third dimension. Underground being one, the surface being the second one, and of course the air being the third. All systems that have used or elevated any form of transport have been using civil engineering structures, heavy concrete structures, heavy steel structures that we could not possibly contemplate putting up in the urban space today. So really we needed to use modern technology, modern assembly and welding techniques in order to come up with a new system, a new supporting system that would have an architecture that would not just speak the language of the urban space, but extend it into a new form. And so we looked at MonoMetro as an opportunity to create almost a sort of architectural sculpture in many respects that sort of threads its way very elegantly through the streetscape. We learn most of our technical lessons from the railway industry. The railway industry has tested most kinds of moving elements, all the subsystems that will be integrated in MonoMetro, and it's subsystems integration actually that will be a very, very important issue. The difference between MonoMetro and a railway is the shape of the wheel profile that runs on the track. With a railway you have a conical wheel section that runs on a convex track top. But the disadvantage, of course, is that you have a tremendous rocking from side to side. It's a phenomenon known in the railway industry called hunting. Because the two sides of the bogies are entirely separate, there is no possibility of cross harmonics in the subframe of the chassis, and so it eliminates entirely hunting, which is actually a railwayman's dream come true. The 1999 white paper called for a new regional metro, and that means reaching into the region and creating a network that reaches right out into the furthest parts of London, so that everybody benefits. From Westminster right as far as Hounslow, we discussed with everybody, and it's a bringing together of ideas that we harvested from all the boroughs. So this is a people's plan in many respects. European law requires governments to assess competing technologies, candidate technologies, so that they can choose the best technology that will deliver the best value for money. And in 2001 we began to lobby Transport for London to carry out a statutory assessment of MonoMetro. But we encountered nothing but refusal. What Transport for London has done is broken European law by failing to carry out any statutory assessment of any candidate technologies, and it has acted like a privately funded company. In 2004, we were approached by the Saudis. Sheikh Ghazi has undertaken to introduce to the Saudi government the concept of building MonoMetro as a new regional metro in Mecca. And the Saudi Transport Ministry has carried out the equivalent of a statutory assessment, and their conclusion is that MonoMetro will inevitably succeed when prototyping.